A convicted rapist and murderer is put to death tonight in Virginia, despite appeals from the Pope and Mother Teresa. Joseph Odell was executed by lethal injection hours after the U.S. Supreme Court rejected his appeal. Earlier tonight, he married the woman who had been serving as his paralegal counselor. Odell's lawyers and notable people from around the world had argued that his conviction was based on tainted genetic evidence. Tonight, a jury has finished its first day trying to decide the fate of the woman who's accused of blackmailing actor Bill Cosby. Autumn Jackson, accused of demanding $40 million from Cosby by threatening to go to the tabloids with claims that the actor is her father. Cosby has admitted to having an affair with Jackson's mother, but he denies that he's Jackson's father.
Closing arguments today in a slander suit against actor Carol O'Connor. O'Connor is being sued for $10 million for remarks he made in the wake of his son's suicide. Hugh O'Connor killed himself 2 years ago after a long battle with drug addiction. O'Connor publicly blames convicted drug dealer Harry Persegian, at one point calling Persegian a, quote, partner in murder for the death of his son.
Why?
Tonight on Channel 3, you watched What Happened to Brock, a CBS special about a bitter custody battle clouded by allegations of sexual abuse. The shocking outcome of the case caused enormous devastation for all parties involved.
It's not a typical case. It went too far, too long, too much anger, too many experts.
Gary Skoloff is a New Jersey lawyer who specializes in matrimonial law, and he was chairman for the family law section of the American Bar Association.
The worst result is to take the child and flee. Because when a parent takes the child and flees, they guarantee the total destruction of the child, the total destruction of the parent, and the total destruction of the other parent left behind. Everybody loses.
Skoloff believes the battle belongs in the courtroom in front of a judge. He says the predicament begins with the initial sexual abuse allegation.
You cannot make an absolute diagnosis whether sexual abuse did occur or did not occur, except in that very small percentage of cases where they can find some kind of physical evidence. So it is the impossibility of the expert testimony that drives the judges crazy, that they just cannot be sure.
While Skoloff believes there are no clear-cut solutions, he does have a recommendation.
In this state of New Jersey, we now have mandatory requirements of parents coming in to meet with mental health people as soon as papers are filed. If custody is an issue, they press to get them in right away to explain to them. Save the children and have your own personal fights with your spouse through your lawyers about money and property. Don't kill your kids. An allegation of sex abuse, if true, must be raised to protect the child. If not true, don't even think of using it because you've destroyed everybody, everywhere, forever.
Now, it's been more than a year since Bobby Morton ran away with her son because she believed he was being sexually abused. Bruce Morton is still fighting to find his son and clear his name.
More breaking news now on that situation in Miami Beach. Sources say the dead person may have killed himself, a dead person on that houseboat surrounded earlier by SWAT teams. ABC News reports that a .40 caliber handgun, the same type of weapon Cunanan was believed to have used in a cross-country murder spree, was found near the body. Straight ahead tonight, we'll have details on that and much more.
Now, Hilton will be coming along with that all-important weather forecast. The rain we're expecting, we're coming right back.
Put your taste buds to the test at the second annual Red Hot Blues and Chili Cook-Off on Sunday, August 3rd. It's a feast of red hot chili and cool blues, and it's all to benefit the Connecticut March of Dimes. So come out for a day of fine food and family fun. You'll be helping another family in the process. So enjoy all the live entertainment and savor the terrific chili at the Red Hot Blues and Chili Cook-Off, Sunday, August 3rd from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the East Hartford Town Green.
Well, the southeastern U.S. isn't the only place where there's been massive flooding. Over in Germany, a dike along a rain-swollen river burst despite the reinforcement of 1 million sandbags that sent muddy water rushing into lowland villages. Authorities evacuated nearly 300 people initially and then ordered another 2,300 to leave their homes as the surging waters spread. Again, that was Europe. What's coming our way? Well, it looks rather wet also.
Time to get the details. Here's Hilton with Connecticut's most accurate forecast. Hi, Hilton.
Hi there. The new numbers in indicate nothing nearly as heavy as we were talking about earlier. Let's look at 3 Live WeatherNet, and it shows right now temperatures in the 60s, ranging from 62 in Waterbury and Storrs to 68 in Milford. And let's put our radar echoes into motion, because we've got a lot of we've seen a lot of activity in the deep south. Now, right behind my name there is what's left of Hurricane Danny. a little swirling mass, and you can see that's moving generally due east. All the rest of this stuff is simply moist air and interacting with the front. That's what produced all of the activity down to the south. So what's heading in our direction is simply moisture running into a little weather front, and as it pulls over this front, we're going to get some rain, but I wouldn't be alarmed about all those red arrows and those exciting pictures that you saw. So let's take a look at your forecast for tomorrow evening. There's a little low-pressure system with some rain associated with it, and here's our forecast in detail. For tonight, we're calling for mostly cloudy skies, 58 to 64 degrees. Rain develops tomorrow, 65 to 72, and on Friday, mostly cloudy with a shower around and less than an inch now predicted in the way of rainfall. So your 5-day planner shows some wet weather for Thursday and Friday. Saturday and Sunday, we could have an afternoon thunderstorm, but right now it looks like no big deal as far as the rain's concerned, especially when you compare it with what they had down south, which is good news.
That is good news for us. All right, thanks a lot, Hilton.
All right, stay with us. Night Beat Sports next with Joe Tessitore.
He'll be here in just about 2 minutes. Stay with us.
It's time for the GHO, when the world's greatest golfers come to Connecticut. Count on Joe Tessitore and the Channel 3 GHO team for the best coverage, the most action, and nightly specials at 7:30. Get insider information from 2 recent winners, including defending champ D.A. Weibring, as well as in-depth reports from Doobie McDowell. Get to know the course, get to know the players. Go inside the GHO only on Channel 3, Connecticut's news station.
Well, tomorrow it's for real. Today was for fun. The Celebrity Pro-Am is always one of the best events of GHO Week. It didn't disappoint today. A huge crowd of 30,000 came out to see the pros and celebs. Harvey Smolovitz reports on all the happenings from Cromwell.
Would you please welcome head coach of the Yukon Huskies, Jim Calhoun.
Coach Jim Calhoun drew the loudest cheers while his former star player Ray Allen was hitting the ball nearly as well as his jump shots on the basketball court. But another Husky, Jen Rosati, was playing cue ball with her playing partner's ball. Jen teamed up with former University of Hartford star Jerry Kelly, who was tearing up the course. He shot a 4 under 66.
We got more cheers out there today.
He did. He's a golf player.
What are you kidding me?
It was equal. It was pretty equal.
Come on. Who got the cheers out there?
Well, they didn't know who I was walking up to sign autographs. I was always behind her.
On 18, Corey Pavin finally retrieving his lost golf clubs when the airline phoned late last night to say they had been found.
My luggage showed up first. They said they still didn't know where the clubs were, and then they called a little later and said the clubs had arrived.
Where were they?
They don't know. Maybe someone was playing with them in New York. I don't know.
And the shot of the day to John Daly on number 18. You know where it's going.
That was a heck of a shot.
Thanks. Just hit a 9-iron and hoped it had gone in. I just hit it, really, is all I did. It's one of them lucky shots.
Well, now the practice is complete. It all begins for real Thursday morning. First round tees off at 7:15. And if you're coming out here, don't forget to bring one of these. Covering the GHO, I'm Harvey Smolovitz, Channel 3 Sports.
All right, thanks, Harvey. Chicago Bulls finally signed their main man, not Michael Jordan. It's head coach Phil Jackson, but that means Jordan will now sign with the Bulls. Jackson inked a 1-year deal worth $6 million. Hey, let's take a look at some of the baseball scores this night on this abbreviated sportscast. Oakland 5-2 on top of Boston. Wakefield takes the loss. The Yanks win in the bottom of the 9th on top of the Angels. They've won 3 straight. And right now, the Mets getting things done against Los Angeles. If you want to see John Daly get up early, 8:09, he tees off.
Thanks, Joe. And stay with us right here.
We will have the very latest on the breaking news out of South Florida coming up next.
Well, here's the latest for you in the search for suspected serial killer Andrew Cunanan. He may no longer be missing. He may be dead. Today, more than 100 FBI and police SWAT team members in black flak jackets fired shots, stormed into a houseboat in Miami after a caretaker told officers he'd been fired upon by an unknown man. Now, you saw that during our early newscast at 5, 5:30, and 6.
Now, we're just learning in the past half hour that a body was found inside, one that bears a similarity to Cunanan. That word from Miami Beach's police chief. Now sources are saying the body may have been the victim of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. And ABC News is reporting a .40 caliber handgun, the same type of weapon Cunanan was believed to have used in a cross-country murder spree, was found near the body. That is where we stand at this point. Look for the very latest in Eyewitness News this morning.
Thanks for being with us here tonight. David Letterman is next.
Good night.